Hello,
Oh,
Dallas. Thanks everyone for being here.
yeah,
Silver, would you like me to go ahead and just start off and just do a review of what we're tasked with this evening, and then I'll turn it over to you?
yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, great. Well, we are here this evening to review applications to the Police Commission. As you know, we have six vacancies. Four of those are eligible for reappointment that are filled currently with existing Police Commission members. And as a reminder, per the newly revamped bylaws, we will not be interviewing those applicants. We can review their applications, but since they are eligible and in good standing, they're considered to be considered for reapplication. The second thing that we'll be doing is selecting an interview date and time, and we need to have our recommendation to the city manager's office by next Friday, February 23rd. So this is a really quick turnaround. That means we need to contact those that you want to interview, schedule interviews, and then make your decision. And then I have to write our submission, our recommendation to the mayor. So again, that's next Friday, February 23rd. And then I also wanted to take just a few minutes this evening to review the current applicant or the questions that we give to the applicants. And you should have received that in your email inbox. And we can go over those to see if you have any questions or if you're okay with what the current questions are. They were revamped back in February 2023, so not too long ago. Okay, so Chair Mogart, I'll hand it over to you.
Okay, so thank you guys for being here. I'm very grateful for being able to chair this meeting and for the opportunity to try to hopefully find somebody who's going to be a good fit for the commission. I'm sorry I wasn't there last Friday or last week. I was in the same position that Councilor Zelenka was in. There was some service going on with our internet service here, and everybody in the whole area, the whole part of town right here, had no communication opportunities. So my apologies for that. But I do understand that now Commissioner Dominguez is stepping down. So that gives us 6 spaces that we'll need to.
Correct. Right.
Okay.
So her term was coming due in June, so we knew that she would either have to reapply or step down, but she went ahead and is decided to terminate her position earlier than June.
Okay. And it looks like we have some other participants. Can you please clarify for me? I see Jensina. I know Jensina. Who's TB Graham?
Yeah, I think, this is open to the public. It is a public meeting, so they are welcome to view. They are not welcome to make comments or ask questions, but they're certainly welcome to view this meeting and be a participant silently.
Great, that's fine. Okay, good to know. I just want to know so we can address the body as it sits. So, has everyone been able to go through the applications that were sent into us?
Yes.
Okay. I would like for us to be able to meet sometime, possibly Wednesday. I cannot do Tuesday. I have a standing meeting, but Wednesday or Thursday, is that going to be a possibility for you all to meet and reach out to our next applicant people that we want to interview? So Tuesday's not okay, but Wednesday and Thursday is good for me, if that's okay with you all.
I would like to.
What time were you thinking?
Same time?
At
6 o'clock?
Would this be interviewing applicants next Wednesday?
This would be for interviewing the applicants, correct?
Okay, yeah, I would not want to push it any past Wednesday because, like I said, I have to have a recommendation by Friday.
So, Monday and Wednesday, how's that sound? Is that okay with you, Scott?
You said Monday the 19th?
Yes, Monday the 19th or Wednesday the 21st, I guess that would be.
Are we talking about one or the other or both?
Well, I think we can get a few interviews done in an hour, so just one or the other, whichever one would work best.
Wednesday would be better for
I-
me, but I can make time, or I will figure out how to make time either way. That's important.
For which day?
Monday would really work for me.
Okay.
Uh, that's can you do Commissioner Lemon Monday? We're talking 6.
Yeah, I mean, I will make it happen. Yes.
Okay.
Because
And
I'm on
then-
the meeting, I can't check my calendar right now, but like I will make sure I can be here. So
Yeah, so
Okay.
we go, 6. Let's start with this. I'm just saying what can work. So 6 Monday, and then how long are we? Well, we need to kind of figure out. I'm just asking, how long will we need?
So with the questions, the way they're mapped out, with each of us sort of doing a round robin, I would say no more than 10 minutes per person.
Okay.
2 minutes turnaround, and then
yeah. Last time it was about 10 to 15 minutes per person, but we had so many applicants we were interested in that we did split it over 2 meetings from my recollection.
Yeah,
Correct?
that would be correct.
Okay.
so is that okay with everyone? Can we set up that meeting?
That's a fast turnaround. Is that too fast? Is that too fast?
It's not too fast for me. I can tomorrow reach out to those candidates that you want to interview and see if they're available on Monday. I do know that Monday is a holiday for some folks. It is for the city of Eugene, but I'm willing to come in and do this because of the short turnaround. So we might be up against that roadblock, but if that's the case, maybe we could punt those to Wednesday, the 21st, and I can let you know if that's going to be a problem with any of our applicants.
Yeah, I mean, considering it's just 10 minutes per applicant, and say we have 21, of which, if I need to be available at 6 as well on Wednesday, I can do that. But Monday at 6 would definitely be better.
Okay.
And I concur with that, but I would also like to leave the Wednesday at 6 open just for accessibility reasons and because this was not announced to the candidates.
Yeah.
The other thing is we got to consider the applicants and if they can make it. So
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
that's what I was talking about. Yeah. So
yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
we should try to slam it into Monday, but leave Wednesday open.
Okay. Wonderful. All right, well, let's go ahead and move on then. So let's go ahead and just take it piece by piece, look at the different applications, and let's just see if we want to have a conversation with this person. The first person that I have on my list is Silky Booker. I think we should continue to keep Dr. Booker on. Obviously, that's something that we just discussed with Holly. So, any questions or comments about that application? Yep.
Comment. No, and furthermore, I think we should just straight up approve everyone that has already been on the commission and reapplied.
Yeah, it sounds like that's what we're gonna put them forward anyway. So, yeah, I think that people that already kind of have their understanding of the way that we operate, they'll be good to continue on this capacity. So, with that, I did have a question. There was some hesitancy about having people serve on 2 different bodies. Is Dr. Booker then stepping away from the Human Rights Commission?
He has indicated that he is applying for the police commission, and
Okay.
if he gets, if he gets reappointed, then he would need to step down from his other commitment to the HRC.
Okay, I'd love
Yeah.
to see him continue in that role then. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next person, John V. Bradley. I'm going to write down names as we go along and just sort of kind of score out where we are with them. Any
Just super
questions, comments, concerns about applicant Bradley?
Uh, just super quickly, concerned about what we just talked about. My understanding about Dr. Booker's situation is a bit different than what was just stated, so I would like to follow
Yeah,
up and make
please.
sure that he's not having to choose between one or the other.
Yeah,
Because
the city council, this past year made a new law that you cannot sit on more than one boards or commissions. And so those that are currently sitting on two, they need to decide which one they wanted to reapply for. And then let's say that, Dr. Booker is, going to be reappointed to the police commission, then he would need to step down from the HRC at the end of his commitment. So in June,
end
yeah,
of
so
his,
he would,
end of,
yeah.
end of his commitment on the HRC.
yeah, so he would go through till June 30th, and then at that time, he would just be on the police commission.
Okay, thank you for that clarification.
Okay,
And what does that mean about liaisons? Because they have
it
capacity in
doesn't,
both
yeah, it
bodies.
doesn't apply
Doesn't
to
apply to them.
liaisons.
So
Mhm.
in theory, if Dr. Booker wanted to stay on both and our current liaison, Scott, decided to step down from being the liaison, that would also be a possibility.
I'm
Okay.
sure it would, yeah.
Okay. Right. Well, thank you. Applicant Bradley, questions, concerns, comments?
So I have a few things that I've highlighted in green as yeses.
Okay.
Bradley was one of them. I like his VA experience, coupled with his social work and unhoused. But I, did not answer the supplemental questions in depth. So would have would have much preferred to understand a little bit more. But based upon his experience, he was in the yes category.
Okay. And Dallas? You're on mute. You're on mute. We can't hear you.
All right. Okay. Hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. No, I'm saying that I would be interested in meeting Mr. Bradley.
Okay. Any comments about the application?
None.
None. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and let's see. That's Sean Bradley.
John.
Correct. John Bradley.
Yeah.
Ley. All right, let's go ahead and move forward to the next applicant. I would like us to have kind of a cursory conversation briefly about every applicant that we put in, and then come back to see who we want to have conversations with. So Joy Cardinal, questions, comments, concerns?
My concern was it was not an in-depth application whatsoever. Therefore, I didn't have much insight. So my vote was a no on that one.
Okay.
And there again, there's not a lot. But as far as being here 20 plus years, I would be interested in a conversation. So I would say a proceed by me.
Okay. I'm not gonna reserve all my comments for the applicants. I will say with regard to both so far that I agree with Commissioner Lemons that we need to have a little bit more information. On the face of it, I think they're both fine candidates. All right, so from my applications here, I see our next person is, let's see, Alan Coddington. Questions, comments, concerns?
Oh, thank you. I just realized we're not saying yay or nay until the end. But
Oh, you,
comment?
no, please do. Yeah. I mean, that way we can come back and sort of hit upon those definite yeses or maybes.
Okay. So yeah, on that one, I don't think that applicant has a full grasp of what the police commission does. Quote wants to learn. It says that the police commission can only advise council in chief, which, you know, copy and paste might have been true, but we, you know, if we use different mechanisms and leverage. So I don't think there's a full understanding of what the PO code can do. And therefore it was going to be a semi-no for me.
Okay.
Um, on Paddington, there is, this sounds like an educated person. They've been around for 38 years. There might be some wisdom there, so I would not hesitate from having a conversation with the person.
Okay. And for my part, I agree with the sort of sense that there is a copy paste answer of the way that we deal with what our job is, in particular with the police commission. It's not to say that it's not somebody who would be a good fit, but for my part, I would say we'll keep this person on file, but come back to that at a different point. So I would be a no. So let's go ahead and move on to the next person. Frederick Ernest.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a straight up no on that. There was no effort put into the application. Therefore, what effort's going to be brought to the commission?
I'll concur. I'll agree with Commissioner Lemon.
Yeah. That's across the board for all of us then. So we will not be coming back to Frederick Ernest. Sorry, Frederick. Amelia Folks. Questions, comments, concerns?
So this is one that I actually highlighted as one of my maybes. Certainly thought definitely better than most of the other applications, but certainly wasn't as in depth as I would have appreciated. But from the experience, I think this applicant would be a good addition, especially considering Bonnie's resignation.
Good point.
Can you repeat that? My phone ended up ringing.
I'm always talking off the cuff, but I can bring up the points. So this was I highlighted as like my more positive, maybe better than the other applications, although I wish it was more in depth. But from the experience, I think it's a good fit, and especially considering the resignation of Bonnie.
Correct. I'm impressed with the occupation. I'm impressed with she's filled out everything. She's been in the Jefferson West Side neighbors for 15. She definitely would require, in my opinion, an interview.
Yeah, and she was definitely a yes for me as well, despite the fact that there was very little answers in the fill out forms. The rest of the answers were pretty in depth, and I think it would be a good fit, as well as with the loss of another young woman leaving the body, Bonnie. So it sounds like 3 yeses. Let's go ahead and come back to that. Yeah, Jeffrey Gordon.
I don't have any information as far as filling out. I mean, just the top part.
Right.
My notes, maybe I read that wrong. Can you expand on that a little more there, Chip? While I
No.
pull up that,
Oh, we're looking at the Jeffrey Gordon application,
right.
and under education, community service, personal interest, do y'all have nothing?
Right. I have nothing.
I
So
have
let's
nothing.
look at it in two different parts for the application. So there's the body of it, the makeup, the bio that has education, job experience, community service, personal experience, and then there's the answers to the questions.
Right.
While Mr. Gordon has questions that he answered for the Board of Commission questions, he didn't answer anything for the education, job experience, community service, volunteer, personal experience. So we don't really have a lot to go off of, which is the
Correct.
exact opposite of Amelia Folks. She gave a lot of personal information, kind of know a little bit more about her. We don't really know what she considers the job to be as far as the Board of Commissions. So I would agree with that with Commissioner Boggs. And Jeffrey would be a no for me.
And I had him as an absolute yes. I know he didn't answer the questions.
Okay.
But from everything that I read from his experience, and hopefully I'm getting these because we have two Gordons in a row. Like hopefully I'm getting the right one. But I think he comes from a human rights perspective and certainly represents everything that.
Okay.
You
Is
know,
this somebody you know personally?
Is this someone you know personally?
Okay.
I don't know any of these.
Okay.
No. I was
It's
just
fine
saying
if you do.
it's fine as you do because I was like saying I didn't catch the human rights. Where are you seeing that at?
So okay, so now I should pull up that PDF. I had a bunch of like notes, but
Mhm.
can we table that one because I like my
Yeah,
notes.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, great, thank you.
So the next one that we did have, as you mentioned, was another Gordon. So this is Mary Ann V. Gordon.
And that is a yes for me.
It was for me as well.
And for me it was a no. So maybe I'm getting these two flipped over. But the application from my perspective, like we are not an oversight board nor a sounding board for the chief, and I think that was in quotes. And I'm still trying to find that PDF. I apologize, y'all.
Not a problem, Scott. Not a problem. Okay. All right. Well, so let's have some more conversations about the Gordons and move ahead, because I want to make sure that everybody's,
Thank you.
we're kind of on the same page with stuff. All right. So Jensina, good standing. Let's go ahead and move her forward.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Judge Lyman.
Yes.
Enthusiastically, yes. Not because but because of his experience. His questions were short, but to the point, and he certainly understands the police commission's role.
100% agree.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. Kajanda Love.
That would have been a big yes for me, but I know she's leaving town.
Oh. So she won't even be around.
She's leaving the end of the month. Yeah, back. Yeah, so I know that person personally, and
Dang it.
yeah, that would have been a complete yes.
Dang.
Since we have that information, we don't even have to consider.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, she made it easier for us.
Dallas, just to clarify, do we know this for sure? Like, did you speak with her firsthand?
I have an email from her. I mean, I have a text
Okay.
from her. It's,
Okay, good. I just want to
I
make
was trying to
sure.
get her other employment
Yeah,
because I know
I
her.
just want to
Yeah.
make sure it wasn't maybe like second party information, but since you heard from her
No.
directly, okay, because
Yeah.
I haven't heard from the city manager's office about that. So technically, she would need to, let us know that she's withdrawing her application. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Harold Meyer.
My opinion was that no, doesn't understand the role of the police commission, should have applied to the civilian review board.
Okay. Dallas.
I would not mind meeting him only because I'm seeing some things that I like. If he's been a school superintendent, Vietnam veteran, he's retired, yes, but I believe that 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 perspective on we don't have that perspective right now on our commission, you know, from you know from his point of view. So I have no problem meeting him, and we could, because maybe this person is someone he's worth the 10 minutes to me. So I would say yes.
And I would say no, just because of the briefness of the board answers.
All right. Hence, you can't move forward. You can't move forward with one yes and two no's. So there we go.
So William Parham, am I saying his name correctly?
Yes.
Okay. Good standing.
Yeah.
Yes, and based on precedent, just should absolutely be forwarded.
That's moving forward.
Yeah. Current commissioner.
It looks like he ticks a lot of interesting different boxes too. Like I hate to think of it in those terms, but I really want to see a more kind of deep body of people that are present on the commission, people that have different experiences, and it looks like William has that. So that's great. Joe Ping.
I don't have a lot of information on Joe Ping at all.
Same on me. I was going to be a no because there's no answers on the app. Therefore, lack of interest and what interest is he going to bring to the police commission?
Was my same concern. So that's 3 no's. If we can thank him for his application.
Yeah.
JC Price.
That would be the same as Mr. Ping or Joe Ping. There's not a lot of information on this at all.
Yeah, I concur. I put it as a semi-no, but felt like it was kind of copy-paste answers for, the police commission's purpose. Other answers were too broad for me to make an informed decision.
All right. Holly, do we have this description up somewhere where it is possible for somebody to take that down and make that an answer?
I'm sure it is out there somewhere. I don't know right off the cuff right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's not out there where someone could just copy and paste.
Okay. Based upon.
Oh, and I know it is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just the wording, the police commission is 12 members, citizen body, acts in advisory capacity to city council, yada, yada. So
Right.
copy and paste. Yeah.
So I have a no from Dallas, a no from Scott. Is that correct, commissioners?
Yes.
Okay. I was also a no. Okay, Jack Rady.
My perspective, unfortunately, as some I know, I loved his lived experience. Honestly, I would love to hear more from him, but his answers were insufficient. And therefore, like I said on the other ones, how much energy you're going to bring to the police commission.
Well, he's completed the EPD's Citizens Academy. He's done ride-alongs. I would just want to hear more from him.
And I want to hear more as well. I was just kind of disappointed with the application, but certainly impressed with the credentials.
Yeah. I'm gonna say yes to Jack as well, and he is a personal friend of mine. Just I haven't had contact with him for about 5 years, so but be good to meet with him and kind of figure out where he wants to be with his body. Okay, next person is Patricia Ryder.
I hate that I'm always speaking first.
No, please.
No.
And you know what? You don't need to have any recognition from me. We're trying to move through this quickly, and I'm writing down stuff. So,
Right.
if you have something to say, please say it.
Yep. So mine was unfortunately a no. I was very excited to have someone identifying with a disability to apply, but
Yeah, me too.
very little understanding of the police commission's role.
And Commissioner
I'm kind of undecided on this one. So,
Okay.
I'm not a yay or a nay.
Okay. I am a yes. So put you down for undecided, and I'll say yes on my side, and she'll be somebody that we come back to.
Yeah, put me as undecided. Okay. It wasn't like an unfortunate no, because just
Yeah.
because. But I think it's important for us to have yep. So.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know. All right, and John Schmidt.
I'm an absolute yes on this one. Having a paramedic on the police commission would be great. The answers were very succinct, but to the point. And that's the notes I have on that one.
And he's with the Downtown Neighborhood Association. I would say yes.
John Schmidt. Okay. This is somebody that I was definitely grateful for the depth and breadth of the responses. And originally I was going to be a no, but I'll be a yes. So I think John will be our first triple yes, as far as I see. Thomas Steedman or Stedman.
Yeah, so like I know I kind of sound like a teacher or whatever, but like yeah, he's a yes. He would just be as enthusiastically of a yes as the last one, outside of the supplemental questions weren't answered. But from the statement he provided and our current subject matter that we're dealing with, i.e., downtown paramedic, cahoots issues and women rights issues, I think it's enthusiastically yes for me.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Yes for me.
Okay. We'll come back to Thomas then. I personally would be undecided on that one, so just so you all know. Tina Thorson.
That's a no for me. No supplemental questions were answered. And from the experience or what was put into the application, it seems better for the planning commission.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, the planning commission and so forth. So I mean, I would not mind hearing from the person. Because maybe there's more. Maybe she's telling, maybe she's over the planning commission type work. And maybe she's did all that type of stuff and she's trying to go that way. I would just like to hear it.
Yeah. So I'll say this. I know often people put in many applications because they want to try to get involved. I'm not saying that to any of these applicants in particular, and it's not our job to say that that's the case. It is just our job to see if they're going to be a good fit here. That being said, I would be a no just because of the 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 it doesn't seem as though it would be a good fit.
Okay.
And people would say that's just gobbledygook. What do you mean? Well, there's no supplemental questions answered, and despite the good references, the work that Tina's put in, it wouldn't necessarily be something that I would at this point see as a good fit on the body. So let's go ahead and thank Tina for her application.
Okay.
Our final applicant is David Zilke.
And that's just a no. Too little.
That would be a no. Based off of the information. I have no information.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so we'll thank him for his time. Now,
Back to the Gordon issue because I finally found out.
yeah, let's start from the top. I think we had a few that we wanted to maybe. So I think we should walk away with 4, but no more than 6 interviews. 6 interviews would push that hour limit, and
you would have with Stedman and Schmidt, 2 of those.
let's see.
I think we'd probably be talking about that because I think Stedman had 2 out of 3.
Do you want to start from the top again and just go
Yeah.
back through?
Yeah.
Does
Yeah,
that make-
so
Okay,
I'm going to put a star next to the ones that we have in good standing already. We don't need to discuss those.
Right.
So John Bradley had 2 yeses. I was undecided, but I think I would say yes on John Bradley as well. So if there's no questions or conversation about it, I say we would reach out to John Bradley.
Okay. So that's okay. And then Jack Rady.
So the next person that we had was Joy Cardinal. She had 2 yeses and 1 no. And the no was Scott.
It's me. I'm pulling that one back up because it was very brief notes. I just said not an in-depth app. And I feel like I'm such a teacher right now.
You're not, you're fine. We need your input.
Yeah, no, so I'm scrolling up. I was on the other issue, but there we go. So we're only 4 in.
In this case, too, for me, I would actually change my vote to a no. But I would like to still hear from you, Scott.
Yeah, so this was one of my other very unfortunate no's. Like,
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards no.
Okay.
So I don't even need to get into my reasons.
Yeah, that's fine. No worries. No worries. I'm switching to a no as well. So let's go ahead and thank Joy for her application. My reasoning being that there's not enough information in the supplementals. So we have one with John Bradley. Alan Coddington was 2 no's and a yes. So let's go ahead and thank Alan for his time and his application. Frederick Ernest was 3 no's. Amelia Falks or folks was 3 yeses.
Okay.
So I was impressed with Amelia's application, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, a little more in depth with it. Fit some good places of within the community that I think would be, that would be at least have a seat at the table with Amelia there. Younger age range, which is great. Even though these things don't have any factor in the application, I think that it has a lot to do with representation on the body. So
Mhm.
that's why she would be a way yes for me. Is there any concerns, or should we just go ahead and invite her, Amelia?
No, I already put a star down. Yeah. So me and you're saying the same thing. Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay.
Well,
Now we're back at the Gordons.
Well, I know one of the Gordons.
Okay.
So I know this person would do a fantastic job based off of what I know that we do. So
Okay. So we have a
and I know
male
that,
Gordon, Jeffrey, and we have a female Gordon, Anne.
and just my own personal,
Mary Ann.
she served in the Air Force. She's a current nurse. I mean, I know this person. So that is a strong yes for me.
Okay.
But one at a time, right? So we were
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
Jeffrey before,
Yeah.
and then Craig.
Oh, I thought okay,
So-
yeah, there's 2 Gordons.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what I got tripped up on before, but actually, like, my notes were correct.
Okay.
So from Jeffrey Gordon's answer, and then let me pull up the PDF. Why I enthusiastically was supporting him was our current work plan, along with my Human Rights Commission liaison position. Current training and technologies used by EPD that increase the likelihood of human rights violations, including violence towards public, racial bias, profiling, use of force, and escalation policy. That one phrase in and of itself, outside of him stating that, like, the police commission role is to advocate for a climate of mutual respect and partnership between the community and police department, really stuck out for me.
Okay. Okay.
Well, my question is, are you a yay on Jeffrey Gordon?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And you've made a good point. So I'm going to change mine from a no to a yes, and we'll leave it to Dallas to tell us why we shouldn't invite Jeffrey.
No, I say no. We can go ahead and invite Jeffrey.
Okay. So let's go ahead and invite Jeffrey then. I don't mean to put you on this
No,
spot
I don't
like
feel that. No, I don't feel that way. That's why I'm not chair.
that. So Mary Ann Gordon.
Well, that's the only one that I personally know. So I know what's
Okay.
required, and I know Mary Ann Gordon.
Okay. And you were a no on that, Scott?
Sorry, my unmute button, and then I have to flip tabs between all of these documents. So when it came to Mary Ann Gordon, and then because of the Gordon issue, let me pull up the application. So my notes when I was reviewing this earlier was for Mary Ann Gordon, does not understand the role of the police commission. We are not an oversight board, nor are we just a quote unquote sounding board for the chief. But I also want to, like, make sure that that was stated in the application that did this work a little while ago.
Okay. Um, to be a politician here, I'm going to say let's go through the remaining portion of the applicants, and we'll leave hers as a possible person to reach out to. Is that all right with you guys?
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
fine with me.
good. Let's circle
Okay.
back.
So we had Jensina, we had Judge Lyman, we have Kajanda Love, Harold Mayer. We had 2 no's and a yes. Anybody want to change our minds from their no's?
No.
And which names or which?
Harold Mayer, the 12th person after Kajanda Love.
No, I'm not changing. That's a no for me.
Okay, so let's thank them for their application. William Parham, good standing. Joe Ping, we had 3 no's. J.C. Price, we had 3 no's. Jack Rady, 1 no, 2 yeses. And I'll speak up last on this one since I do have a personal history with Jack.
Which one?
I don't
Jack?
wanna bust- Jack Rady.
Radley.
No,
It's Rady.
Rady.
It's Rady. It's Rady.
Oh, okay. My notes are just okay.
That's okay. That's all right.
I mean, I was a yes,
Yeah, you were.
and you've been with the police commission forever. You're a former vice chair, and you're saying you know the person's whatever. That's
Yeah.
that's only stacking up this is yes, because the bottom line is you know the work. I mean, we're not trying to there's a lot of work and a lot of time. And if you think that person didn't, why would I not? I mean, yeah, that's a yes to me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and for my part, like I was 50-50 on this one. I wish there was more effort put into the application, but I think lived experience on this board is really important.
Yep.
So I'm voting in the yes.
So his supplemental question answers were not copy paste. I know that he knows how the body operates. I think it'd be interesting to see Jack on the board, so on the commission.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and invite him.
Yeah.
Just for a future conversation. You know, we're not city council votes these people on. So
Yeah.
Right.
So Patricia Ryder, we had a undecided, 2 undecideds and a yes.
And I'm still undecided.
So let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the question of Marianne Gordon that we've decided to invite. So we have 4 total currently.
We have Bradley, Rady, Amelia Fox, and Jeffrey Gordon.
Correct.
That's
So
what I
now
got. Those are the 4 stars I got in a possible.
Yeah. The only thing that I would say at this point is we need to consider the one last triple yes. That would be John Schmidt.
Right. Those are triple yeses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. What did I
There's 2
say?
triple yeses.
Yeah.
And you said that we're going to interview 6.
Yeah.
so now it's kind of down to Ryder versus Schmidt, or no, Ryder versus Stedman. From my understanding.
Yeah. Just to be fair to them, let's go ahead and go through systematically as we have through the rest of the process.
Yeah, of course.
We had 1 no decided to an undecided, 1 undecided, and I was a yes. My yes was based entirely upon the demographics that I saw, and the bio responses, and the supplemental questions, as we're calling them, the board and commission questions. They were not outstanding to me, so I would be willing to change just based upon the supplementals my yes to a no. Does anybody else want to change their Their decisions on Patricia? Sorry, Scott, go ahead.
I was going to change mine to a yes. I was hoping
Okay.
to do yes.
Okay.
I feel like we've allowed other people who did not answer the supplemental questions
true.
fully.
It's true.
And the lived experience from this candidate is really important.
Okay. And Dallas?
Well, I'm saying that at this point, she warrants a interview.
She does. I think she does.
Then we done. Then we do that.
Let's do it. Yes, for Patricia.
So then,
John Schmidt.
super quickly, I know we set 6, but I don't think 7's out of our purview.
No,
No,
I
it's
don't think
not.
so. I think
No.
you're right.
Cool. Just wanted to. Yeah, cool.
I agree. So John Schmidt was triple yes. I don't think we need to have any more discussion about that. Let's go ahead and invite John. Thomas Stedman or Steedman?
Was triple.
It was 2 yeses and I was a no.
I thought you were yes or no.
Let's see.
I was a yes.
I was a yes too.
Yeah. Let's see. I was actually looking over it again. I would say yes. So let's go ahead and invite Thomas as well.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Tina was a double no and an undecided, and David Zilke was a triple no. We're going to thank them for their applications. Dallas, you were undecided on Tina, and if you want to speak to that, we can talk about it.
Still undecided. So you,
Okay.
you make the call as the chair because I'm undecided, and then
Okay. Well, I want to say that Tina had some great answers. Didn't do the supplemental questions, as we're calling them, the board and commission's answers. So we'll thank her for her application. And let's, just to be fair about the whole process, look over David Zilke. He was a no from all 3 of us. And we want to say thank you, David, for your application. I understand that it's hard sometimes to go ahead and answer all these questions, as I've done it several times. But please put a little more description in your next application process. Okay.
We
Let's
have
go.
to review Mary Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mary Ann Gordon. I have that application PDF pulled up now.
Okay.
And my quotes were correct. If you look at her supplemental questions, I would picture it as a sounding board to assist with decisions to ensure that the community is being represented, that the police commission would assist in holding the police accountable. That's not our role. So yeah, basically I stand where I was at before on name.
I wouldn't have an issue with inviting 8 individuals, but just purely based upon your reasoning right now with Mary Ann Gordon, I would say thank you and please apply again in the future. But we're not gonna have an interview with her at this time.
Okay.
Dallas, is that okay?
That is okay. I mean,
Okay.
it is. Yeah, there's 3 of us, so
yeah.
And if she wants to do it again, I would follow up and get a better understanding. She just needs to get a better understanding of actually what we do, and we'll go from there.
Okay. So there's the one last piece that we do need to discuss, and that's the questions. And I want us to be out in the allocated time of 1 hour. So does anybody have any concerns or questions about the questions? Yes, Scott.
Go ahead. Maybe maybe we start before he goes. Only because if he's talking about changes, I'm going to say where I'm at. The questions that you did in the last interview, Chair, it was fine with me. So
okay.
no changes on my side.
I only
Scott?
have one additional question that I would like to add is, do you have the capacity or ability to work on a subcommittee? Because now that we have the, law enforcement mental health wellness subcommittee, like that's a big extra commitment. So it would be
Okay.
nice to understand capacity. And then I know we're trying to keep it under time. So I would just really like the next cycle for us to actually have like a matrix to be able to score these people on, instead of us just coming with such things. So anyways, I'll leave it there.
Okay, and you're saying for the application process or for the questions at the interview?
Oh no, for the application process. So like
Okay.
I'm on the Human Rights Commission, and we just went through the same process, but we were able to score people on questions on how
Yeah.
they, and it made it seem a lot less subjective. And so this one I felt like I had to be like in one state of mind and do it all
Yeah.
in, just to make sure I was not, like differentiating people based upon my mood, So I
Yeah.
think it's much better if we had objective measures to be able to.
Scott, could you share that with me? Do you have a document you could share with me?
I would have to ask permission from
Of
OEC,
course.
Yeah,
but
that
absolutely.
would be helpful just to kind of see how you guys did that, and maybe we could mirror that in our next process.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Yeah. And
Thank you.
thanks for listening. And I'll follow up with you, Holly.
Okay.
So anybody that did take notes, what I was going to do was take a photo of my notes as I took them for these applicants and send that over to Holly, just so that she knows where I was with this process and so that we can remain completely clear on all of it. Holly, can we get that question added to the final question? Could you also serve on a subcommittee?
Sure. Do you want that to be number 7? We have 6 questions so far.
No, I like the evenness of the
Okay.
questions. Even though it's already a lengthy question, it's a yes or no answer. And people are
Right.
they're usually gonna answer yes anyways. Can you make it
Right.
to the police commission meetings once a month? No. Okay, well, thanks for letting us know. That would have helped in the past, huh, Dallas?
Right.
So so for this subcommittee question, do you want me to include that in number 6?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay. And make it a yes or no.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's more
Um,
inform them that like there are potential other time commitments. It's not that we need to know it,
right. It could also
And
even
then,
go after the yes or no question. Does this time commitment work for you? Yes or no? We also have subcommittees. Would you be willing to serve in that capacity?
Okay.
You can
Right.
use that language verbatim. We also have subcommittees. Would you be willing to serve in that capacity as well?
Okay.
I think that's perfect.
Dallas?
no, I was just going to say, because, we have our people that she's going to follow up, and then some might step away. They might not want to do it. Some of these won't make the meeting. So we have a proper amount. Yeah. I think.
You guys have that in order now with meetings anyways. So we got 1 minute left. I like to be efficient. So is there anything else? Anybody wants to say anything in that last minute?
I do want to say that I will be contacting these candidates tomorrow to arrange for them to interview with us Monday evening at 6 p.m. It'll be on Zoom. And then if they're not available, we're going to tentatively have Wednesday the 21st available to them at 6.
That sounds great.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that okay
I'll
with
be sure to
everyone?
Yeah.
I'll be sure to communicate that with you, tomorrow once I find out information. But yeah,
But I would,
that's all I
but I wouldn't begin by giving choice. I mean,
right,
let's try to get it 6 on Monday,
right.
and then let's go. Let's see if that works. And then if someone says I can't, then let's open it up. You know what I'm saying? Let's see where we're at.
Okay.
I concur.
That's great. So if there's no other questions or comments, I will say when we get to the questions with the interviews, let's go ahead and do a round robin. So we'll start Scott, Dallas, me, and then Dallas, me, Scott.
I think you should start as the chair
me.
for the thing.
I like asking different questions. I like us, just sort of, so we don't kind of get in the mindset of, oh, here's my question again. I want to
Right.
hear what they're answering for every question. So I want to ask a different question every time we ask a different applicant, if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, however you want to do it.
Okay.
As long as you can give us a little bit of direction on which questions we're getting, I'm so down.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I'll also
Thank
be
you.
providing you a spreadsheet, or you can email me your comments, so I can include that, when I do my final packet to the mayor.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have last names. I mean, this is not nothing to
Yeah.
this is I have no notes.
Wonderful.
Mine are, just page numbers, last names, and like very brief comments. Is
Okay.
that helpful to you? Should I email that to you?
That would be helpful, yes.
All right.
And when we do the interviews, we'll do the same process where we can write it down or keep it on our notes and then send it to Holly afterwards.
Thank you.
All right, all. 7:01. Thank you all for your time.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good evening.
You guys too. Have a good night.
Good night.